Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Mark. I know I'm on late. I had to go deal with a family matter. It's all done now. I'm back now. I'm not tired. I'm not sleepy. So I'm going to hang out for a bit. Probably for like 25, 30 minutes. I need to breathe and relax before I lose my shit, which I'm trying not to. I'm proud of myself, actually, that I don't like lose my shit. You know, you know what I mean, Ali? You'll know one day. How you doing? Honestly, that's why God said, no kids for you, Mark. Honestly, if my kids act up, I will beat the fucking shit out of them. You pissed off a-hole just by answering a question he asked me. Some people don't like the truth. Hey, Ozzy, how you doing? I just had to break up an argument between my sister and her oldest son. They were over there arguing for like an hour. I'm like, I had to go over there. My youngest nephew called me and said, hey, come over here and sort these two out. So I had to go over there and fucking sort them out. Yeah, everything is okay now because I went over there and fucked them both off. Nobody says nothing to me. I'll beat the fuck out of you. I'll punch your teeth down your goddamn throat. That's the type of situation I deal with. When I start talking, everybody listens. So I don't really go off on anybody. I try not to do that because it's not what I want. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Cameron. You be good to mommy, okay? And to Granny. You say hi to Granny for me. He's saying you're playing games now. Yeah, of course. That's what they always play victim. Honestly, I've come a long way. Like I don't ever want to like argue with anybody or like lose my shit or like when I get too mad, like it affects my whole. Obviously it affects everyone when you get mad, right? I don't like feeling like that because it's not in me anymore. I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to be like mad. I'm enjoying my life. Like I'm a happy person. I like to laugh every day and talk shit. Everybody knows me from being on here. You know how I am. So when I hear arguments or when I see people arguing, that shit I don't like that. I try to like get rid of it. When I argue, I get all upset. My heart fucking like goes backwards. I don't like that because I'm a very like sensitive. I used to be very sensitive, but not anymore. I'm kind of like calmed down a lot. I don't like seeing people, especially like seeing my sister cry and shit. When I see my sister cry, I'm gonna end up fucking somebody up. 'Cause she don't deserve that shit. That's why I went in there because I heard her crying. That's when I went next door and I was like, let me tell you something, you little fucking punk. I'm gonna beat the living fuck out of you if something happens to my sister. You understand me, you little shit? I don't care how big you are, I will fuck you up. And I was pointing at him. He knows when I'm serious. He went white as a ghost. I tried not to laugh when I came back. I just made him shit himself. He thinks that I'm scared of him. I ain't fucking scared of him. I mean, you don't know me. I'm the type of person I will pick up a broom or anything in my hand, a chair, and I will fuck you up. And the consequences is gonna be on you because you're the one who asked for it. I ain't putting up with that bullshit. I'm not watching a son disrespect a mother. That ain't happening. Cause I never disrespected my mom like that. Hell no. And see, this is why I tell people divorces are the worst thing in the world, because a home without a father, and I don't care what any mother says, a home without a father, your kids are worse. I don't care what anybody says, you're worse. Because that way, if it's a boy, they talk shit to the mother and think that they can do whatever they want because there's no father figure. But see, I'm here. I'm way stronger and way bigger than their dad. So when I go over there, that's a wrap. And that's why it's quiet as a mouse over there now. And you know what my youngest nephew said to me? He said, "Thank you for coming over here and sorting them out." I took 3 minutes of my time. I fucked them both off, told them about themselves. I told them I'll slap the shit out of both of you if you don't shut the fuck up. And that's it. But why should I have to do that? See what I'm saying? I should. It's pointless to argue with people. It's pointless. And I've come a long way to understand that the more you give people your energy, the worse you're gonna feel inside. You gotta walk away from that shit. Let the person talk. Then, man. Just let it go in this here and come out that here. That's what I try and tell people. I'm calm right now, even though I just ran off I ran off on them, but it's just the way it is. Yeah. He won't sign our agreement. Thanks for the super chat, Elsie. Yeah, exactly. Well, they find out. People find. He's gonna find out the hard way, Ali. That's all. It's cool, Elsie. I'm used to dealing with family drama and arguments. It does suck, but um, like I just said, a lot of women don't want to admit it, but a home without a father is not good. Unless you're a ghetto bitch and you're like a man and you like put your kids in their place, which my sister is kind of, she's soft. See, she wants to give those kids everything because of what they went through, and she feels guilty for it, and she's got to stop that. She's got to stop feeling like she owes these kids everything or they can do whatever they want. She's got to put a stop to that shit. And I always tell her it's never too late. Because if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it. And if I do it, it's gonna be worse. I ain't letting I ain't letting him do what the fuck he wants around here. That ain't happening. I already told him earlier today in the kitchen. You should not go to sports. You have a project to do. And he went to go play sports. And he told me, don't tell him what to do. It's nothing to do with me. That's what he said to my face. And I said, no problem. I'm going to keep quiet because I know this is going to explode eventually. And look, I was right. All went to shit. I went back over there and I told him, you know why this is all fucked up? Because you didn't do what I told you. Because you think you know everything. You're 17 years old. You don't know nothing. You don't know shit. I'm trying to guide you in the right direction and show you what to do. I'm smarter than you. I've been in this world 3 more times as old as you. And I was 117 30 years ago. So I try and show people like, don't do the things that I did. Don't be the way you are. I open people's eyes to what they're doing wrong so they don't do it again. Some people learn, some people don't. And at the end of the day, don't think you're going to talk to me the way you want to. It's going to backfire on you. And that's what it did. It backfired on him today. That's why I told him, if you would have listened to me hours ago, you would be in your bed right now and this project would be done. Playing volleyball is not more important than sport. Than your playing sports is not more important than your schoolwork. And that went in one ear and came out there. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. All right, do what you want then. Look where it got you. And when I'm right, and he knows I'm right and he's wrong, and he'll never admit it. So I don't let it get to me. I just let him see how dumb he is. And then life goes on. Hey Ninja, how you doing? That's why God didn't give me no kids. Because I would beat the living shit out of 'em if you talk to me the way you think you're gonna talk to your PlayStation friends. You got me fucked up. That's why this generation in this world is all fucked up. Because everybody lets these children do what the fuck they want. Not in my lifetime, you won't. My mom and dad didn't let us do what we want. That's why we came out good. That's why this generation is all messed up. Hey Milk Tea, how you been? Happy New Year to you too. All right, LZ. You've been gone for a week at work. That's good. You got away from all the negative bullshit. You ain't missed nothing. What you missed? You missed a bunch of bullshit at work. You're good. That's a good thing. You shouldn't miss work. Work should miss you. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how I've survived these past few years of my life and how I'm still here and not in jail or like not in trouble. I owe God and spirit, and I owe you guys for making me laugh and calming me down and being cool with me, and us, exchanging stories and things and like that. Because honestly, I'm a different person than I was 5 years ago. 'Cause 5 years ago, I would have went off my head and started slapping somebody or some shit like that. I'm not a violent person, but I will be if I have to be. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just so calm and spirit, like I guess, zap me with like reality or something. Because there are some days where like I really want to like go off, but it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. I gotta be like my parents. They're calm. They don't argue. They don't like even talk about things like that. So I guess that's why like I'm older now and I'm kind of like them. As far as like calm and like not getting into any arguments or getting mad or you know shit like that. So yeah. Thank you, Jesus. I appreciate you. Thank you, God, for helping me to be calm and not to slap nobody. I appreciate it. Yeah, well, the thing is, my nephews love me to death, and I'm like a father to them, but I'm not really a father to them. I'm more like their uncle and their best friend. You know what I mean? But when they act up and I have to put them in their places, the young one, he don't say nothing. He just walks away and he might mumble something. But the older one, he's got a mouth on him. See, he's just like the dad. He has to have the last word. He thinks he's always right. He's never wrong. He doesn't see what he does is wrong because to him, he's perfect. And he's always glazing himself like he's some great thing. And I told him not too long ago that he ain't nobody. You're only somebody to yourself. There's billions of people in this world. Nobody knows you. You ain't nobody. You're only somebody to us. So you need to come off your high horse and stop thinking you're better than everybody else. Because you ain't better than nobody in this house. And if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have clothes on your back. You wouldn't have nothing. I tried to show him that, and everything's been fine for months. And today, he started going off the rails again. So I had to remind him. So hopefully that solved the case. So the young nephew, he texted me and said, "Thanks for coming over here and dealing with that shit." 'Cause he knows I'm the only one that can stop that shit. I'm the only one that sorts him out. See, he's scared of me, but he won't admit it. But I know he is. And he rightfully should be. I was scared of my uncles too. I wouldn't dare speak to my uncle in any type of way. He'll slap the shit out of me. All right. LZ, what I got here is work is going to be good, even though I know you missed work for a week. But I got the work card here, 3 of Wands. That to me is like a work card. So what it is you're going to be busy. You're going to find the strength inside of you to deal with business, with work. Um, it's like it's your faith. It's your fate, not faith. It's your fate for things to approach you, for you to solve it, for it to go around in a cycle. This is all a cycle. You're gonna see the cycle of work and the cycle of everything that you missed in a week. You're gonna see that cycle come right back around, and you're gonna say to yourself, "I ain't missing nothing. Everything's the same shit, different day. Same idiots, same people, same children, same shit." But what I do get here is you're also going to feel like unhappy at some times because you know that you're not getting, the happiness you deserve or the happiness that you want as far as love, as far as romance and things like that. You might still feel that people are insecure around you, or the Scorpio might be like that, or some other people might show you their insecurities or like treat you some type of way. You're also gonna see like people who have weird imaginations and wishful thinking around you, people that appear to be impressive, but they really have no substance. So you can pick the bones out of that. I'm sure you know who they are. It's the same people, same culprits. So pretty much, you said that you missed shit in the last week. So I'm here to tell you that you ain't missed shit. It's the same shit, different day. Even though you missed a week of work, there ain't nothing that you really missed. It's the same shit. If anything, your true friends and workers that love you and care about you, they missed you. They missed your appearance. They missed like you being there. Having somebody that has practical knowledge and knows shit. So they, especially people that are not. I don't know if you have like foreign workers like working with you, like people from out of state or out of country or something like that, or different nationalities. Those are the people that you might be interacting with or miss you or like you or you should be dealing with. I don't know if that makes sense or if that's even the case. But that's like the message that I get here. I got the Wheel of Fortune at the very end, and that tells me that you're gonna keep going through cycles for better or for worse. So take it with a grain of salt. Like there's going to be 50-50 situations where you're going to be, dealing with things that are cycles. So you might deal with some things and situations like that. Yeah. So you might be dealing with him in a good way, though. Like the people that are not from the United States or are from out of town or from out of like, from the area, people from other countries, nationalities, those are the people that you can depend on. And you said the Leo, so I got, fire energy here. So that could be him, definitely. So he might give you the rundown of what's happening. He's somebody that you can like deal with, talk to, negotiate with, understand, have understandings with. And he's gonna tell you, hey, while you were gone, ain't nothing changed. Bullshit cycle of shit. That's all. But there is like a woman here that is a person who appears to be decent but not really. They don't really look at you as somebody that they really care for, so they're gonna be like, and it could be like an older lady. I don't know if you still have that principal person that you were telling me about. If she's older than you, and she might be the one that's like um unrealistic, or she might like be weird, or she might be a person that acts like they know but they really don't know shit. And if this isn't her, then it could be like a woman that you deal with that says one thing, does another, and you be like, "Yep, sweetheart, whatever." But otherwise, that you and work will be fine. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, hopefully not. Yeah. So that's the same. That's the situation that I see. So you're confirming exactly what Spirit's saying. So they want you to be strong, you to go to work, you to do your thing. Like I always tell you, just stay in your lane and do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? If you do your job, then people will acknowledge that and know they can't take that from you. They may not like you personally, or they might be jealous of you. But one thing they can't take away from you is your work ethic. You see what I'm saying? That's what I tell everybody when they see me. Like they're like, yeah, I don't like Mark because he's like, this or that or whatever. But one thing you can't ever deny is my work, what I'm about, and what I know. That's why I fuck people. I don't care what they say. Yeah, and that's what they're basically saying. Trust the people that are not, you know, in your best interest. That's all. I'm getting hated on a lot now because I got a new work van. I just got my new van. Tomorrow will make 1 week I've had it, and a few people have seen me in it already, and they're like double taking. They're like, "Oh, Mark got a new van." Fucker. So I'm getting hated on right now. There's a lot of jealousy in the air around me, and I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. Like, I worked hard for that van, and I deserve it. And now they can see me in it for the next umpteen years, and I could care less. I love every minute of it. Yeah, that's probably it. That's where the fake friends and insecurities come from. But that's their problem. Trying not even to entertain it or to deal with it, so that way it doesn't like get in the way of your real life. Leave that chapter behind you. She's gonna have to get over it. That's all. At the end of the day, it's gonna come a day when it happens, and she's gonna deal with it. That's all. A lot of people can't deal with that, so that they're gonna be up all night looking at their ceiling fan and not getting no sleep while you sleep in peace and you ain't gotta worry about it. Ali, thanks for the super chat. Let me see what you said here. All right. So you want to know, will he eventually sign the agreement? All right, let's check. Yeah, Ozzy, just keep doing your thing, sweetheart. That's all my advice I can give you is just keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? You have no control what happens between him and her. And not like you want to, but y'all got to do everything for your job. She can't deny that, you know. She can't tell him what to do. Or she probably can, but it's up to him. At the end of the day, they're getting their own medicine. Because when you were with Scorpio, she was irritated and tried to fuck you over, right? And now her medicine's going to be given right back to her. It's going to drive her nuts knowing that you and him are on a trip. See? And she can't be there or see anything. So that's how you got to look at it. See what I'm saying? So that's like karma coming back to her for what she's done to you and what dumb shit she's done, period. See, people always get that. That's why that Wheel of Fortune was there. You're gonna see the cycle come back around. Where you're gonna be like, yeah, how you feel now, bitch? You don't like it, do you? That's why it all happens. I got you. I love every minute of it. That's why I always sit back and wait. And just see if God gives me the opportunity to see all my haters and watch them all fall behind me and get their karma. So it's all good. I don't care. It's not my problem. All right, Ali, let me check what's going on here. I think he's still going to be very difficult, Ali. In the next 30 days, I still see him being an ass and still like, I get him right here too. Like, he's unwilling to make any necessary effort. His ego is getting in his way. He's not wanting to make any sacrifices. But I feel like eventually he will. But it has to do with like there's gonna be a situation. Like, see how you said that's why this card came up. I got the Six of Swords as the final thing. And that means to me that he's going to do whatever he can to get over these difficult situations. So he knows that he has to sign, well, he doesn't have to, but he knows if he signs this, he's got to overcome the difficulties and just suck it up, right? But what he's going to try and do is something to do with the traveling, like the back and forth, right? He's going to sign, but I would say it's going to be in the next 30 days, right? So if it isn't this month, it's going to be early next month. But the thing is from now until the day he signs that shit, he's going to be a pain in the ass as far as like travel arrangements and back and forth and things like that. Yeah, so that means that within the next 30 days, it should happen. Yeah. So 30 days makes sense. So, because 30 days from now, that's the date. Like, what I mean by travel arrangements is like, no, that's not what I mean. No, I'm not talking about planes and shit like that. Hello, Maria, how you doing? Yes, you can. The thing is, what I'm getting, Ali, is like, see how he said he wanted to take the kids for like that long drive to go see the grandfather and all that bullshit. Like, he's gonna say like, he might have like a situation before he signs that paper. He's gonna say, hey, look, you can't deny me. You can't deny me like traveling to them, and like, or you might have to like take the kids to him, and then he takes them to go see their parents or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna want to do all the traveling. That's what I'm getting. Like, he's gonna like make some type of agreement or get you to agree on something with the travel arrangements. So that this also, hey Harmona, how you been, sweetheart? This also could mean like the route that he takes. He might say, I'm spending a whole heap of gas to come get them and then take them all the way up the road. You got to meet me halfway. I don't know if you do that now. I don't know if he comes to you, gets the kids, and then and then goes, or you take the kids to him, and then he does what he wants. So he might talk about like travel arrangements, or he might talk about like the distance and things like that. Okay. So this has to do with, probably, if it isn't to do with travel arrangements, then it's to do with like, because when I see the Six of Swords at the very end, it has to do with like overcoming anxiety and difficulties. Like, you know what I mean? It's like overcoming some type of travel arrangements, or like distance, or something to do with like finally signing the papers and not feeling the anxiety of the other situations. So either way, this says that he will sign in the next 30 days. That's a yes to me. But he might, how like before you sign something, I want you to agree on this, and it's something to do with like, arrangements, or just overcoming something. Like he's got to have some type of say or counteract what you said. So whatever happens, it's something to do with that. Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense then. So if you finish negotiation today, then he probably feels like kind of, anxiety about it. And he's probably like, you know what, fuck it. I just have to do it, and I can't. There's nothing else I can do. So to answer your question, in the next 30 days, I do see him signing. But don't be surprised if he like says something about like traveling to you, going to you, or bringing here, doing this, or taking them somewhere. Because I remember you saying last time that he wanted to take them like 3 hour drive or some bullshit. So he might bring that up again and say, hey, look, I need you to give me permission, or I shouldn't have to ask you for permission to take them to travel that distance. So he might bring that bullshit up again, because that card to me means that. So before he signs, he might ask you for an agreement to where he can take them. If he's with them that weekend, he should have a right to take them wherever he wants. You got me? So he might say some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I understand all of that. But I'm just telling you what the cards are saying to me. He's gonna be eminent, like, whatever the word is. He's gonna be very persistent, right? About travel arrangements, or like taking them somewhere. He's gonna say he's gonna keep like talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that card means to me. So we'll see. But either way, the answer is yes, he will sign in the next 30 days. So, but he might give you, like, he might be an ass and talk about traveling and shit like that. Because the thing is, right? The thing is the thing is he if he's paying, if he's going to pay, he wants some type of right. And that's what most people do. If they're paying, then they have a right to take them here and take them there. So he don't be surprised if he starts talking about like the arrangements and shit. That's what I'm trying to get to, like, That's like a heads up. Yeah. Maria, thank you for the PayPal. I appreciate it. And you said, what are his feelings and thoughts today? Okay, all right. Let me check. All right, Maria, I'll check that for you. Right, exactly. So at the end of the day, it's crunch time coming up. You know what I mean, Ali? Crunch time's coming where he has to do shit. So he's gonna have to deal with it eventually. But until he signs, until he deals with it, he's gonna like be an idiot, and you already know that. So the law is the law. So he's gonna have to deal with it eventually. All right, Maria, let me check. Hmm. All right, so Maria, I'm getting that this person that you're asking about, Walter, yeah, Walter's feelings is not very clear here. His feelings are like he feels kind of embarrassed, or he feels kind of like there's obstacles between you and him. He feels like he can't be perfect enough, or he feels like incomplete about you. Like he doesn't feel like he can complete the task that he has before you, or he might not be good enough for you. It also looks like he's had some past like bullshit in his life, like with friends and marriage, or like he might have had a divorce, or he had a bad relationship, a bad breakup, and he's still like stuck on his past or what happened to him in his previous relationships and marriage, if that's the case, right? Or he feels incomplete with you and how things are going. Like I feel like he wants to put in some effort with you. Like his thoughts are, if I put in the effort, am I going to embarrass myself? Yeah. So if his marriage was bad, he's probably like still dwelling on that and saying to himself, I don't want to drag Maria into my life and be in another situation where I'm going to have another bad relationship, or I'm embarrassed to tell her that, I this happened to me or that happened to me. She might look at me in a different way. So that's what the cards are saying here, is that that's how he feels. And he probably feels embarrassed to tell you more. If he's told you this already, then he probably feels that you think that he's an idiot or something, or he can't handle his a woman or something like that. But I do see that he's like he wants to put in the effort with you. Right. See, yeah, yeah, he thinks he's not good enough, right? Because of what happened to him in the past, right? Yeah. If you love him, then that's great. But the thing is you can love somebody that's tarnished, and you can love somebody that has a bad, outlook on relationships and past and things like that. You could show him love and probably help him and heal him, but it's up to him at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever you want, but it's still up to him to figure it all out. And I do feel that he will put in the effort towards you, and he will like leave the adversity alone and say, you know what, Maria cares about me. She loves me. So I'm gonna like try and, you know, be try not to put her in the same category as my ex-wife or my fucked up marriage. You see what I'm saying? So I still feel like he's going through some adversity and trouble in his daily life, and he feels like, what am I gonna do to help Maria, or give Maria, my effort, and my show her that I'm strong, and show her that I can escape this bullshit I went through and not put her through it. Right. Yeah. Like because his partner was so bad, his previous partner was such a bad, biased person that, he doesn't even know. Like, I'll explain it to you this way, and I know a lot of people will agree with me that when you go through a bad marriage and you go through a divorce, you you meet like a person that actually gives a shit about you, and you connect with that person. It's very hard for one person or the other person to understand that this is real, and why is it real, and how is this even possible, or is this just real for now? Because what's going to happen later on? Is it still going to be real? Am I still going to be, or is the same pattern going to happen again? So it's up to him. I feel like you're okay, but it's up to him to do it on his own, right? Exactly. So my advice to you, Maria, is to continue to show him love, to show him trust. So that way, I mean, it's not your responsibility, right? Because what he went through, only he can get over. But the only way a man can get over those situations with a new woman, right, is to my advice to the woman that like to you because of what he's been through, and it's no say that you haven't been through the same, because some people think, oh well, what about me? I'm been through worse. But see, people take things differently. So you might be a little stronger than him right now. So because you're the stronger party, you're the stronger person, you can show that you are what he needs and what he wants by showing him that you can trust him 100%. The more you show trust, the more he can heal through you, with you, and together. That's my advice. I mean, you don't have to do it, but I'm sure you want to, because if you love him, you would do it, right? So I feel like he's got some work to do, but I also feel like this guy is. I feel like he's willing to put in the effort and overcome it. So I feel like he feels that his feelings and thoughts about you is Maria's worth my time, but I have to make myself better. That's it. So the more the honesty grows, the more your relationship will grow. Yeah. Well, I don't know if he told you about her, but he might not tell you everything because he's embarrassed. See, I get that present in the present right now, he feels embarrassed to tell you what happened with him and his ex. And a lot of people are embarrassed because they think that they're the only ones that have gone through a rough patch or a rough situation. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people will feel embarrassed saying, "Hey, guess what? My wife cheated on me, or my wife told me that I was worthless and this and that, but I'm not. She always treated me like shit or whatever." Or my or they a lot of women don't want to say, "Hey, I was beat up and I was this and I was that." So people are embarrassed to really state what happened in their life, and there's no reason for people to tell anybody anything anyway because it's none of your business, right? You're supposed to get to know the person for who they are presently. So my advice to you is get to know him in the present, in the now, and not even bring up his past until he's ready to tell you. Because when people are ready, it'll click and they'll tell you. You want to know what happened? He had a bad marriage. That's it. It was a marriage with no real love, no real meaning, no real friendship. That's what I got. Because when I get the 5 of Cups there in the past, that means that he walked away from a marriage that was had no real love and no real meaning. See, like sometimes you have to be with somebody for a while to really know that, what, I can't be with this person anymore. I don't even love him anymore. They're changed or weird. I figured out that this person's a fraud, or this person is not the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I get a lot of emotional damage. That saying out there, emotional damage. That's what I get with him. He's got a lot of emotional damage. Like I feel like he emotionally got hurt so bad and broken that he was like, you know what, I have to regroup. So finding you is a good thing, but it's not your job to heal him. It's your job to be honest. That's what I'm getting, Yeah. So there you go. If that's what he talks about, then that's what happened. You know. Yeah. So just be honest. That's all. As a man, that's all I really want. And that's all that anybody should want. And as a woman, that's what you should want too. Honesty is the best thing in the world. You know, if you're honest, you don't have to lie and you don't have to remember your lies. Even if honesty hurts, even if the truth hurts. Yeah, I think he does, yeah. I'm not getting that he doesn't. I just feel like he's embarrassed to tell you his whole life, which some people are. And it's not really his obligation to tell you his whole life if he doesn't know you like that. It all depends on how long you've known him. Because some people take a while to tell you things. And some people rather take shit to the grave where they're like, look, I don't want to talk about it. And you got to respect the person for not really talking about it. They don't have to tell you everything. You know, I think a lot of people take that shit too much to heart. I feel like if you know somebody, get to know them for who they are in the moment because they don't want to bring up their past and they don't want to drag their past in your life. And if he doesn't say too much about it, that means he's trying to get over it. Because some people get over things by not talking about it, and some people get over things by talking about it. So it's up to him, really. You know. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, be a good listener and be honest. That's my advice to everyone. The more honest you are, you don't have to tell everybody your whole life. That's not what people want. I don't want to be bored by your whole life. I don't give a shit what you did back in the day. All I want to know is what's going on now. You know, I don't really care about people's past like that because I don't really want to talk about mine too much, even though mine is pretty much an open book because I talk about it all the time, and I'm happy to talk about it because I'm over it. Some people can't talk about it without getting emotional or without like feeling really bad. But now my past means nothing. Like it's just it's the past. I'm over it. I don't let it affect me. I don't feel it in here anymore. It's gone. It came out of my intestines. I could talk about it and laugh about it, but some people can't. Some people take a while. They hold on to it too much. I try to encourage a lot of people on here to get rid of your past and get rid of your past thoughts. Leave that shit alone, you know, and focus on the present and the future and what you want to do and just be honest with yourself. Take accountability for your actions. Know that what you went through is your fault just as much as the other person's fault, even though if you don't want to admit it, but it's true because you allow that person to do the things to you that happened. So you got to take accountability for your actions, your thoughts. You got to forgive yourself for everything that you've done and start again. So you don't have to forgive yourself at all anymore because you're doing the right thing now. Everybody makes mistakes. You're welcome, Maria, and thank you for getting a reading from me. I'm glad I can help you. And I wish you and Walter the best. As long as you're honest, you have nothing on your conscience. That's how I live my life every day. I ain't lying, so I ain't gotta worry. Simple. And be happy. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. This year just started. We're already like 17 days into this year, but I can feel the change in the energy already. And what I mean by that is like I feel like a lot of people are like realizing that this is a time that you either change or be changed, if you know what I mean. If you don't change your life, it's gonna get changed for you. Because that's the energy that is out there right now. It will change you. If you don't want to change, you're gonna get changed. So you better change. If not, you're gonna have a rude awakening. Spirit's gonna change it for you. Yeah, sure you can if you want to, yeah. It just feels so weird now. Everything feels weird. This month is like a month where every January I feel like I have to make a change or else I can't start the year. If I don't start the year off on the good note, then I feel like I can't. I'm gonna spend all year trying to make it better. If that makes sense to anybody. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but I feel like January is like a pressure month. A month, a month you feel a lot of pressure. Like you have to do a lot this month and get shit sorted out, so it gives you motivation for the rest of the year. At least I feel like that. I feel like that every January. But this January feels different. It's like I want to do shit, but I can't, or like I'm being like held back a bit. And it's kind of like I feel like sometimes like you just say, okay, I have to do that. I want to do that. I will. And then you have other moments where you're like, you know what doesn't get done today will get done tomorrow. Who cares? I still got February, March, April, May, June, etc. Like I feel it. I feel the pressure, but not really. Like it comes and goes. It's like it's January, Mark. It's 2025. What are you gonna do? Let's get it together. But this year started off great already. I got my new van. I'm happy. Life's good. I'm here and not in the hospital, and I'm healthy and I don't have a disease. So I guess it's good. A lot of people don't think about life like that, but I do. My bills are paid. I'm good. I don't owe anybody shit. So yeah, that's how I feel. I just got it. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate it. So you want to ask what Walter thought about our little date today during lunchtime? All right, let's check. All right, what I'm getting here is kind of like the same thing I got earlier. What I'm getting is that Walter feels, right? He feels cautious and he feels like he needs to learn more and be with you more and learn more about you and also he might be living in denial and feeling I still get this is all about him. Like it's how like, hey Erica, how you doing, sweetie? Like he feels like he has to work with you and he feels like it might be difficult working with you and he doesn't want you to like be alone or he's wondering if you're alone and what can he do to make it better. I also feel like maybe he feels very preoccupied when he's with you. It's like he went to lunch with you today, right? So he probably felt like, I wish I can take her to like a better restaurant, or I feel like I can take her to a better place, or I wish I can pay for this or pay for that. I don't know if he has like money issues, or he's paying something off, or he has like some type of like you know idea about like what he wants to do, or maybe like his job is getting in the way, um things like that. He was getting a house. Yeah, I'm doing good, Erica. I'm glad you're doing good too, which I think is not going too well, right? Yeah, like he's got some, see, I'm not really getting like how he feels about you, like, because the thing is, let me explain something to you, Maria. Is you're asking me like how, what does he think about your date? That's like, don't take this the wrong way, but like, you might notice this about him. It's like he, even though he's with you and he's on a date with you, he knows that you and him are okay. You guys are fine. He likes you, you like him. You guys are like, you're dating, you're doing that. But he has so much going on in here that he doesn't have to think anything bad about you. He knows between you and him is okay. He just doesn't know what the hell's gonna happen after, or what's gonna happen in his life. He's got too much shit going on in his life. His job, his money, him living in denial, him like withdrawing from things, him being like discreet, not really telling you things because he doesn't want to feel like you are gonna look at him different or have a conflict of interest in him. But the thing is, like, the final outcome here is when he's with you, he feels that bliss. He feels that prosperity, that he feels like God bring you together. You see what I'm saying? He feels like you and him were brought together by spirit, and he feels like you guys are a good combination. He feels like he can be with you. Because well, the thing is he probably feels secure with you because maybe you're financially secure. If he knows for sure that you're financially secure, that will probably make him feel better because he knows he doesn't have to, like, you're not one of those women that want his money or will suck him dry and like leave him broke. So that could be the situation here. Because the end result in the cards here is the Ace of Pentacles, which tells me that after today, when he left, and he, like, when you guys went your separate ways after lunch, he was like, you know what, I have a good woman here, but I wish I can do more for her. But I'm too embarrassed to tell her because I don't want her to feel like, hey, this guy's a loser, or I'm a loser and I don't want to deal, I can't deal with it. Like, right. Exactly. So if he's told you that you're a blessing in his life, see, even if he doesn't like sit there and like tell you the whole time that, oh yes, this and that and blah blah blah, don't worry about how he really feels too much, because that's not the issue. The issue is his own personal life, like what he's going through. And I don't think you can do anything to help him in those ways that he's thinking, because he doesn't look at you as for help in that way. He just wants you to be like his security blanket, like his person that he can talk to and be cool with. And I think that also that when, see, I have an image in my mind right now of you and him sitting at a table, and he's saying to himself, like, I don't have to worry about Maria. All I have to do is worry about what I have to do with my life. I have to sort out my shit. I have to get money. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to sort out my life because I have a good woman in front of me. This isn't the issue. He doesn't even think that you're going to leave him or anything because he knows you don't give a fuck about what's good, like materialistic things and stupid shit. Like, he knows that you guys are together and you're cool, and then the love is there. The problem is his day-to-day life is still an issue. And until he, solves that part of his life, then he won't be able to proceed in a furthering your relationship. You see what I'm saying? Right. Right. So when he's with you, his issues go away. So if he doesn't like, I mean, if he tells you all those things, and you should believe it. He's not bullshitting you. It's just that you're probably asking me these things because it feels that you probably maybe expect more or want him to open up, but he doesn't, because he's probably like the type of guy that lives in denial. Like, he doesn't want to like deny that he has an issue, and he knows that you will jump to help him, but he has probably too much pride to ask you. And he wants to do it on his own. You got me? So like, just just let him be him, and he'll allow things to be the way it is, like, So that's what I'm getting. Right. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Right. So he enjoyed it. He definitely enjoyed it. He thinks that you guys are the perfect combination, but he doesn't want to put his problems on you. You know what I mean? And most men won't. Some men, unless you're like a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, they're the ones who really like, get emotional and tell you about their whole problems and shit. They're like the crybabies sometimes. Some men like can't help but to like cry to a woman to help him. But I don't think he's like that. You know? Yeah. Scorpios have got too much pride to tell you. So if he's a Scorpio, he's got too much pride to tell you that he's going through bullshit. Sometimes he might open up with like these little spurts. But yeah, Scorpio men are very prideful. Yeah, he holds back and doesn't tell you. Yeah. Yeah. See, Scorpios are like that. See, Scorpio is a water sign, but they're also a fixed sign, and you're a fixed sign. So that's why you guys match up properly. Scorpio and Taurus. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius are all fixed signs. So they're the ones who have a lot of pride. And they're the ones who like, they want to be financially stable. And if they're not, it bothers them a lot. Because without being financially stable and being like organized and right, it's not right to them. So right now I feel like he's going through some issues. But after he fixes his issues, he'll be fine. So yeah, you guys are a good match because you're both fixed signs, so that'll work. But Scorpio men can be difficult because they need to have their shit all in order. You know, most fixed signs do, and I'm sure you do too, because you're a Taurus. But most Taurus women are the same. They want to make sure that all their shit's in order and all their shit's right, and they want everything to be perfect. And if it's not, it bothers them. It gives them anxiety. They're like, fuck, what can I do to fix this shit? I want to fix this shit now. You know, like I want to deal with it now, because that's what these signs do. So yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Erica, I got your donation, sweetheart. Thanks. You can ask your question when you're ready. But yeah, you should be fine, Maria. Just keep being yourself. Try not to get into his business or anything. If he tells you things, fine. You can ask. It's up to you. But just support him, be with him. And I think everything will work out in the end. I'm not getting any bad vibes here. all I'm getting in the cards, it's all about him. He's trying to make his life better because he's been through some bullshit. So when he sees you, he's like, thank God I got Maria, because if not, I'd be fucking crazy. You know? So it looks like it'll be fun. Looks like you'll be okay. No problem, Maria. You're welcome. And thank you for coming and getting readings. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's all you got to do. Stay positive. Get him to a positive vibe and you'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be good. Just listen to him. Keep smiling, looking sexy. And he'll be like, yeah, damn, I'm good to go. I got Maria in my life. That's all us men want, you know. All us men want is to see a good looking woman in front of us that understands us. Oh, I know. Scorpios love their good looking women, let me tell you. I know my best friend is a Scorpio and my nephew is a Scorpio and I have Scorpio friends and I know how they are. I get along with them because I'm an Aquarius, so we all get along. We're all fixed signs. Stubborn but good. We just want shit to be right. All right, Erica, you said, what's coming in love? Well, what's coming in love is you can love yourself, you can love a cat, you can love a dog. That's what's coming. You know, you can love your car, your food, place you live. That's what's coming in love. Well, you want to know, is there a handsome man coming into your life for love? That's what you mean, right? I'm just teasing you, Erica. Erica wants a tall, dark, and handsome man in her life that would give her back rubs and feet rubs. Erica wants the real deal. Let's see if we can find you one. Hey, Quintella, how you doing? Yeah, sure, no problem. All right, so Erica, what I'm getting here is I see a person here, but it's nothing to do with love. Like I don't see any love situations in the next like 2 to 3 months. I ask from now until like April, end of April, I don't really like see like a relationship. I just see like a person who um I see like a guy here, a person here. He's like he's made some mistakes, and he's like you might talk to this person. I feel like you might even know this person. It could be somebody from your past, an ex, or somebody that you know that you might have had like issues with. They might try to come back into your life and like, or they might like try to figure out where you are, what you're doing, or just see how you're doing, and you'd be like, no, bro, I'm done with that shit. So you still might have like an ex or a person that you know that you had difficulties with try to come back in the next 3 months. But obviously you're not going to deal with it because it says here that you're not dealing with that. And it could be somebody that affected family situations or had family situations affect the situation with you and this person. Let me just check something else. You move to a new city and starting fresh. Hey, that's what's up. Good for you. New is always better. Sometimes. All right, let's see what we got here. Nah, I don't, even in the next 6 months, I still don't see like a concrete relationship happening for you. Like, oh yeah, baby daddy, yeah, then that's probably who it is. Then, like, you know what I'm getting here? I'm getting like there might be like potential guys that hit on you or say something like that, but I don't see like a person that you're gonna have a lot of interest in and start to date and be in a relationship. Like, so what's coming for love in the next 6 months? I would say nothing really concrete, nothing really serious. Like, I just get like a possible person that you might talk to, might date if you're interested, but I don't get like a person that's really serious here, you know. But I do see like the baby daddy, if that's who it is. I see the baby daddy trying to come back and forth and aggravate you and say things or like do that. So I do see that happen. That's still a person that can be like, you know yeah. But even though you've outgrown them, they still might bother you. Let's check the rest of the year. Let's see what we got here. See, I keep getting the same shit. And what it's telling me is this year, I don't really see like a concrete relationship or like a real love relationship. What I'm getting is I'm getting a person that I'm getting a man who might show you some kindness, might show you some generosity, but they're gonna make some mistakes and they're gonna be like kind of vulnerable at the time. And then you're going to say to yourself, this person comes in and out of my life. They're inconsistent. They're not really showing me no real love. And then you're going to feel like, suspicious all the time. And you're going to be like saying to yourself, can I really trust this person? I don't even know because they ain't even showing me no type of love or they ain't showing me that I can trust them. So I feel like you might date some men or a new man, but I don't see this person like being a person of like sincere interest and love relationship. Because I feel like you have your standards, and you're not gonna just date anybody. And if you're like that, then I would say that that's why I don't see a relationship. Because the people that come towards you, you're gonna be like, nah, bro, you ain't showing me no type of like real seriousness. So I feel like you might get hit on and you might possibly go on a date or two, but I feel like you personally, are setting your standards high, like, and you know that these guys are full of shit and you ain't really dealing with them. I mean, this can change because we're just started the year, and I don't really like to do like a whole year reading type of thing, but because anything can change, I'm optimistic about change all the time. So what's coming in love? I would say nobody of real interest in this year for now. But anything can change. Let's be more optimistic and look for a better change. Pray for a better change. You know? Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm getting. I don't really see like a concrete love relationship or like anybody of your highest interest. I feel like it's going to be difficult to find a decent man this year for you. But baby daddy's always available to aggravate you. So you got that definitely is in the cards. A past person coming around to aggravate you or to try and get with you. But I think you're like you said, you're over that. You're outgrowing that. But that's still gonna be like in in the energy. Yeah. So because you just I'm gonna make you feel a little optimistic and I just like kind of heard spirit tell me that. Being that you just moved there, maybe the energy hasn't really developed enough for you to like get this answer to be like a better one, if that makes sense. Like because spirit's like you gotta wait to see what the energy brings, and that's why like I don't really see anything decent here because there's you haven't been there long enough to consume the energy. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep that in mind and let's work on that. Let's develop the energy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be optimistic for you, and I wish you, love, and I wish that everybody finds love this year, including myself. But I think that we're all, smart. Yeah, exactly. But I still feel like I don't see him like trying to come back to you and be with you, but I do feel like he's going to argue with you or say shit to you. That's the only person I get in your energy, see. All right, Quintella, I got your payment, thanks. And you said, um, I want to know why Travell has been acting distant with me. He's acting really weird. It's probably because of the full moon. People act weird. Yeah, if you don't want to deal with him, Erica, then I wouldn't deal with him then. All right. I got two donations from you, Quintella. Yeah, I just got it. Thanks. Okay, cool. No problem. I got you. Yeah. So yeah, Erica, just stay optimistic and feel out the energy in Missouri, and hopefully you'll catch somebody's eye. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You know. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you too. I say that every year. Every year that goes by, and I don't have a woman, I'm like, that's cool. I love myself. I love my mom and dad, my nephews, my sister. I love you guys. I have fun. I don't really need a woman to complete me, but it'd be nice to have one. But women are a pain in the ass, so that's cool. And I can be a pain in the ass to them. So yeah, and see, if you have kids, it's different. Kids can be like the love of your life, and you won't even need a man. Hey, Santina, how are you, sweetheart? You good? You know what time it is here? It's 1:44 in the morning. It seems like the later I come on, the more people come in here. It's definitely not that time where you guys are. All right. All right, Quintella, what I get with Travell is he will eventually like talk to you more. It's just that he's going through some situation at work here. I'm getting like he doesn't really have any ambition at work. He feels like people at work are hypocrites and delusional, and it's making him feel lazy. I also get like he fears the worst. Maybe his job is like really annoying him and he's not getting enough gain, he's not getting enough money. Um and he's like he feels like everything is like a short-lived thing for him. Um it's like I think he's putting his faith in spirit and God and he's asking for things but he's not getting it. So it's making him feel like he's not, you know, getting what he wants and he's nothing's going his way. But I do see him contacting you and talking to you more. It's just that right now he's feeling kind of like broken. He's feeling like nothing's going his way. So if he's told you, like the last couple of times he's spoken to you, if he's told you that he's going through some difficulties, then I would say believe him. And that's bothering him and that's causing him not to communicate and act weird, right? Because he probably has too much pride to tell you that he's going through things or whatever. And if he hasn't told you anything, then that's probably what it is. There's no other woman here or anything like that, right? But what I do get is he will eventually like speak to you more and try and handle his problems better so that way it doesn't affect the communication with you. So the upside of this is he will contact you and will talk to you more, but he's got to get over like what's going on in his life as far as like his work and him not feeling happy and him not things are not going right for him. He might have something going on in his work life where his boss might be on his shit or he just doesn't feel like he's getting what he's worth in his work life. So his work life is affecting the situation between you and him. And if he's told you that, he's being honest. If he hasn't told you, it's probably because he has too much pride to tell you. But the good thing is I get communication here within 2 days. Like they this weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he might communicate with you more. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I got there. That's why he is acting distant and acting weird. That's what I get. Yeah, I agree, Erica. They'll come to you when the time is right. That's all. And even if they don't, like you said, you got kids and you love yourself. That's all that matters. All right. And you said you want a general reading on what spirit wants me to know. All right, cool. All right. Quintella, what spirit really wants you to know is be discreet, use your discernment, make sure you feel safe, in your home, in your life. Um, be very cautious about what you do. If you're exploring like your options in a certain situation or in a certain way, be cautious in doing so. It's not a bad thing. What I'm getting is like, if you feel like you've accomplished a lot of things, then instead of like publicizing it or telling somebody or telling a number of people, just be discreet about it. Like keep your good thoughts and your good ideas to yourself, because the people around you might have different agendas or different outcomes to your plans and ideas. So try not to say too much. Some things are best unsaid, if that's the case. Another thing Spirit says is try to get outside and walk around, show your love to nature, go see, certain things if you have like a park around you, or go out in the snow or whatever. I don't know where you are, but like show your like love to nature, go smell the fresh air, go, do something, like go out in the open and go into a park, or go do something, like go outside. Try not to stay home and closed in, and do things that like do outside activities. Spirit will give you like some type of you know outcome outlook type of vibe. You get signs and stuff like that just by going outside. Make sure you have everything material wise, whatever material well beings you need. If you need something, go get it. Don't hold back. But be cautious about it. I feel like you're gonna get like communication or some type of letter, email, text, phone call that will make you feel really good about something. So if you're waiting to find out about a job opportunity, a promotion, or something like that, you might get like a message in the next 2 weeks, or you might get like a letter or an email or some type of form of communication that will make you feel very happy. This will bring you enjoyment. This will bring you like more abilities to handle the matters in your life, and it makes you just feel like more enforced, like more like you have more power or more energy or more money or more success. So you're gonna get some type of like message or like call or whatever that's gonna make you very happy. Spirit also wants you to know is try not to feel like you have no ambition, or you like things are not going. When things don't go right, don't let it make you lose your like your thoughts and your feelings, and things like that. Like try not to like lose your faith when you're working with others or working by yourself. Like try not to feel like work is like the worst thing. Yeah. I know he been irritated with working with a lady and stressed out, like he haven't said nothing expected in his business. Yeah, so that's probably what it is then. Yeah, so that's true then. So he's being honest about that, and that's stressing him out. That's why he's been distant. Yeah, so he's being honest about that because I see that in the cards. So spirit wants you to not fear the outcomes of things. Like I feel like you have spirit around you. We all do, but spirits tell me that, because you're asking what spirit wants you to know. Spirits telling me, and I can hear them saying that that you, sorry, have to realize that you have this spiritual benefit in your life, and not to fear the outcomes of things. The more you fear things, the worse it's going to be. They want you to not fear. They want you to put your full trust into them, that they have your best interest at heart and that they will help you. So try not to feel like a lack of ambition or a lack of fear. I mean, like, or fear anything. Just know that being loyal to spirit and to yourself, it will bring you some type of gain. But there's going to be situations coming up where it's just going to be little couple days of like situations you're going to have to deal with in a couple days that are off and on energy where you're going to be like, shit, here I go again. Here this happens again. So when something negative or something like aggravating happens to you, try not to let it like get you down. Like just overlook it and say, you know what, it could be worse. At the end of the day, I'm trying my best here, so I'm good. Like, they don't want you to give up. Uh, I got you. Like, see how you said like he doesn't have time. See how you said like he's trying to pick up a third job and constantly tired, exhausted, but he can go out to parties. Well, the thing is, he might be going out to these parties with like his friends, and they're like, you know, pressuring him to go out with them and hang out with them. And maybe his friends are like giving him the moral support he needs. And I know that's no excuse, but I don't see him like with any other woman or anything like that. Like if that bothers you, or that you're thinking that he's probably with another chick, I don't get that at all. But I'm just checking, just to check, just to allow you to know that that's not the case. Good night, Ninja. Take care. So like, there's no other woman in his life, or even when he goes to these parties, he's not dealing with any women. I just feel like he's very disappointed with how his life is, and he finds it very difficult, and he finds it very hard. And sometimes he goes through these depressed, stressed state of mind where he doesn't want to like be with you because then he's not going to be himself. I know that's no excuse, but that's what I get with him. Yeah. If you keep working on these goals that you're saying and getting them done, spirit wants you to like put your trust in them, and they're going to help you get those goals, and not to fear the outcome. Like just know that you'll be okay. You'll be fine. Like it's all gonna work out. They're gonna help you. But I feel like you have it under control. But you should be getting some good news soon. 2 days, 2 weeks, or by the end of this month, you should have some good news about like something that you want, some goal you want to attain. Like if you're waiting for somebody to get back to you on something, that they're going to, you'll get good news. Yeah, that's all we can do. Keep praying. God's listening. Like the more we believe that God has our back and Spirit has our back, the better life is, because you start to realize more and more that, hey, I really do have a good life compared to, even though we shouldn't make comparisons, but we do, compared to most people. You know, it could be worse. We can be in LA with no house, or everything burnt to a crisp. So always look at negative situations and turn them into positive. So just say, hey, you know what? I have a place to live tonight. My house ain't burnt down. I have a job. I have beautiful children. I have a beautiful child. I have a good life. I have food. I ate food today. I have money, I have a job, I'm good. Like I feel like a lot of people have to understand that more and more. And I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying like most people should really think about, not complaining or not like giving up, like always keeping the faith. So I agree with you. Keep the faith because like it always could be different and difficult. And I think the more we acknowledge that, the more spirit says, hey, you really acknowledge life. You really understand now that it could be worse for you. So, hey, listen to us. Let us help you, and we'll make sure you don't fall into that category. So I truly believe that a lot. All right. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to get my ass to sleep. I've had a long day. It's been raining on and off here. It's been so annoying. But I'm glad I came back on and got to see all you guys I haven't seen forever and read for you and help you. So it was nice to come here and see everybody I haven't seen forever. Let me, before I go, I need to, okay. So that was Quintella, that was you on Instagram that added me, that I added today? Because it's the same name. I just want to make sure that was you. Because I was like, who is this? Then I was like, I know this person, but I can't remember if that's her real name. And then you came in here tonight. So I think it was you that added me on Instagram. Because I don't really add just anybody on Instagram unless I know you. But then I added you afterwards because I was like, yeah, I tried to find your name. I was like, she ain't been a murderer forever. But then you came in here tonight and I'm like, yeah, that's her. So I'm like, I'm glad I added her because she'd be like, why the fuck this guy don't add me? So I'm sure that you, because it's the same name. So yeah, that's good. I go on Instagram sometimes too. So you might see me live on there sometimes. All right, love you guys. It was good seeing you all. I'm glad you're all good, doing well. Put your trust and faith in God and you'll be all right. You guys have a wonderful Friday and a weekend. I'm going to go to sleep. All right, love you guys. Take care.